Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Shekinah, aka the Purpose Therapist, and we're coming at you with another episode of the Stress Free series. Today, we're talking all about rest and heart health. Sleep is so important when we're talking about taking care of our total body. Literally, our body resets itself while we're sleeping. So, making sure that we get an adequate amount of sleep is super important. I'm going to tell you why today. So, go ahead and get your pen, a pencil, get whatever you need, get some notes, get cozy, and let's go over why rest and heart health is important for you. Rest is not idleness. And to lie sometimes on the grass under the trees on a summer's day, listening to the murmur of water or watching the clouds float across the sky is by no means a waste of time. We live in a very fast-paced society. Go, 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 go. You gotta get it. You gotta be a go-getter. You gotta take care of yourself and all those different capacities. But sometimes we ignore like the basic functions of how our own body takes care of itself. Sleep is a way for us to repair, and it is by no means a waste of time. I wanted to add this quote here so we can kind of understand what energy we're talking about today. We want to make sure that we know that rest is just as important, and remembering that not sacrificing your sleep, not sacrificing your opportunity to let your body do what it does best through sleep is going to be really important when we're talking about our overall heart health. So today's main points are just a few things. To understand the connection between rest and heart health, to explore the benefits of sufficient rest on cardiovascular function, and to provide practical tips for incorporating rest into a healthy lifestyle. I know, does sleep, you're supposed to get your 6 to 8 hours or whatever it is that the number is for you. And we hear that all the time. But I want us to really understand like specifically what it is that is impacted when we don't get sleep. Sometimes we got to see numbers. Sometimes we need to see actual facts, statistics, things like that to help us understand what it looks like for us to show up for ourselves as it relates to our sleeping patterns. So instead of us bypassing the sleep and saying, I really don't need it, I can lose a couple hours or whatever the case, let's look at really why you need them, okay? And understand truly that connection so we can start taking better care of ourselves. Okay, you might be saying, all right, Shekinah, you got my attention. I understand I need rest, but why? What's the link? What's the importance? So what does that look like? How does this impact my overall cardiovascular health, right? Boom, I got you. Let me tell you. So, lack of sleep and chronic stress can negatively affect heart health. Adequate rest is essential for the body's recovery and rejuvenation process, including the cardiovascular system. So we all know the different parts of our systems of our body, right? Cardiovascular system is just another one of those systems that needs rest to rejuvenate itself, rejuvenate the cells, release hormones, all these things that help everything function the way it should. So this is the link between rest and cardiovascular health. This is what ties those two together. And we're going to dig a little bit deeper into those. So I went over some of the negatives and things like that, but here are some of the benefits of sleep, okay? This is what makes it so important, the benefits of sleep. Reduce blood pressure, okay? Quality sleep and relaxation contribute to lower blood pressure levels, reducing the strain on the heart. That's enough right there. That's all you need right there to understand why you need sleep. Improve heart rate variability. Sufficient rest enhances heart rate variability, a marker of cardiovascular health and resilience. Enhance blood vessel function. Rest helps maintain the flexibility and function of blood vessels, promoting better blood flow. We can basically stop the presentation right here. We can stop it all right here. This is what you need. This is why it's important, right? Reduced blood pressure, improved heart rate variability, and enhanced blood vessel function is the main things that help the benefits of us sleeping and help our cardiovascular health, and the reason why we need to be able to take advantage of these things. Okay, so you might be wondering, all right, I hear you, I get it, I understand, I need to be asleep, but how long do I need to be asleep? Like, what are the sleep recommendations? What are they? I got you. Adults 18 to 64 is 7 to 9 hours of sleep, and older adults 65 plus years old are 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. So that's how much you're supposed to be getting. Now, you don't have to tell me, all right? It's between you and your sleep, but you need to figure out how can you make sure that you incorporate this many hours of sleep per night to get the optimal function for your overall heart health and your body. How can you do this? So sleep is one thing altogether, but another thing is the importance of deep sleep, okay? This is the type of sleep where you really get a chance to fully rest, fully let your body reset. So deep sleep is slow wave sleep. It's vital for physical restoration and growth, helps the body repair tissues, stimulate muscle growth, and boost the immune system. REM sleep, or rapid eye movement, is crucial for cognitive function and emotion regulation, and it supports memories consolidation and the learning process. All of these things, again, the reason why you got to make sure you're getting your rest, got to make sure you're getting your sleep, okay? Not just any type of sleep, not just the quick cat naps. These are why you need deep sleep. Those long hours, that significant amount of rest, that true rest. This is why you need it, because of all of these functions. Now, along with some of those things that we talked about as far as like the links and best practices and things like that, recommendations, there's also the idea around sleep disorders, okay? So sleep disorders impact your health in a whole other way, right? So sleep apnea is the condition where breathing is repeatedly interrupted during sleep, leading to oxygen deprivation. It is associated with an increased risk of hypertension, heart failure, and stroke, okay? Insomnia, persistent difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep, which can elevate stress hormones and negatively affect heart health. And restless leg syndrome, which is uncomfortable sensations in the legs causing an urge to move, which can disrupt sleep and lead to sleep deprivation. If you're experiencing symptoms around anything like this, contact your healthcare professional so they can get you some extra support. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that your sleep is not just sleep, it's sleep that's doing the work, that's really giving you adequate sleep. And if you're experiencing any of these disorders, it can interrupt that. So I wanted to make sure that I shared this as well, understanding what different disorders can exist that can be impacting your sleep too. And if you're struggling with sleep, you're struggling with insomnia, sleep apnea, or restless leg syndrome, you might need to contact a professional to see how they can support you with your health journey. So I wanted to come back again and tell us a little bit more about the connection between heart health and sleep, but I wanted to break some of these down a little bit more. We shared some of these earlier, but I want to go through them a little bit deeper. A few specifically are these right here. Heart rate variability, we mentioned it earlier, but it's adequate sleep enhances heart rate variability. And it's a measure of the variation in time between consecutive heartbeats. High heart rate variability is linked to better cardiovascular health and a reduced risk of heart disease. Blood pressure regulation, sufficient sleep helps maintain healthy blood pressure levels, reducing the strain on the heart and blood vessels. Inflammation and immune function impact. Chronic sleep deprivation can trigger inflammation and weaken the immune system, increasing susceptibility to heart conditions. So we want to make sure that we are paying attention to these things too. And again, this is a point that you can talk to your healthcare professional about. Make sure that you discuss with them, I'm experiencing some of these things, or I have some concerns about this. Are there any tests we can do? Or is there any other support that exists that can help me make sure that I'm getting an adequate amount of sleep, an adequate amount of rest that can help with this that I need to do, okay? All right, so here we are, the strategies to managing our heart health through sleep, okay? So I'm going to give you some tips. Hopefully these are ones that are help you to make sure that you navigate your sleep patterns going forward and have a better overall heart health through sleep. Establish a consistent sleep schedule. So go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This might be a little bit tough. You have like family gatherings or you're on vacation, things like that might not be able to work out the same way you'd like them to. But when you get your body in the habit of having a routine and it starts to expect the sleep and things like that, it can help you start to navigate that consistent routine around your sleep, right? So making sure that you show up for yourself in that way. When it's time to go to bed, be like, all right, it's time to wrap it up. Let me go ahead and prepare myself for sleep so my body can get what it needs, right? Create a relaxing bedtime routine, engaging in calming activities before sleep, such as reading, gentle stretching, meditating. If you like a long hot bath before bed or shower, lighting candles to prepare yourself for your nighttime routine, whatever that looks like. Sometimes it could be you listening to a nice playlist, something that's calming and relaxing, or anything around those things. Preparing, making sure that you're sometimes like writing down things or journaling before bed to get the worries and things like that you've been thinking about all day out of your mind. All of that stuff helps us with our overall heart health. It helps us with really getting adequate amount of sleep and rest. Limiting screen time before bed. This is a huge one, okay? When you're looking at your screens and different electronic devices right before bed, it can impact how your brain is able to sleep and the sleep hormones that come from it. Blue light can interfere with your sleep hormones. At the end of the day, that's like all the facts you need. You want to make sure that you're putting your phone away somewhere, put on the charger, where it could be kind of like an arm's length or something like that, but not right in front of your face, so that you can really prepare your mind and your body for sleep. Ensure a comfortable sleep environment. So keep the bedroom cool, dark, and quiet to promote better sleep quality. Also making sure that you kind of just keep the space clean. Make sure that there's not a whole bunch of stuff distracting you from being able to get that sleep that you need. Manage the stress. So practice relaxation techniques like deep breathing and progressive muscle relaxation or mindfulness to reduce stress levels before bedtime. We did a couple of of presentations on mindfulness. So there's a good bit of that stuff on the same platform. But if you're able to get into the habit of doing some type of mindfulness technique, whether it be guided meditation, deep breathing, like I said, writing down some of those negative worries or those thoughts that you might have had in the day to help you really, really focus on what's presently in front of you. And seek professional help. If you are wondering about a sleep disorder that we talked about earlier, or concerned about some of your sleep patterns, or wondering what's keeping you from having a better night's sleep, seek a professional and get some extra support so you can get the rest that you need. Well, that's all, folks. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this process. I hope that you were able to get the type of tools that you need. Again, this was Shekinah, aka the Purpose Therapist. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time on our Stress Free series. Bye.